At the end of last century, board games were tremendously popular. Many of these were based on events of the day, but games from Asia and Africa were also in demand. Reversi, a forerunner of Othello, probably started in the Orient. In 1870, the game was brought to England as The Game of Annexation by John W. Mollett. By about 1900, the game's popularity was on the wane. In 1971, Goro Hasegawa of Japan brought the game back into the spotlight and renamed it Othello after the Shakespeare play. In March 1973, Goro Hasegawa set up the Japan Othello Game Association, and in April, the first Japanese championships were already being organized. It was only in 1976 that the game was introduced to other countries, first to the United States and Great Britain. The first World Championships were held a year later in the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo. 5 countries participated. Inoue of Japan became the world champion. Introduction to the rest of the world followed quickly. There are currently about 80 countries in which Othello is played, and in about 20 of them there are Othello organizations. They publish newsletters and organize competitions to decide who is to go to the World Championships. And since 1987, there's also been a World Championship for national teams. In the home of Othello, Japan, the game is extremely popular, with as many players as in the rest of the world put together. Up till now, they've won practically every World Championship. There are many high-level tournaments there. In addition to the Japanese tournament, the Meijin is the leading Othello tournament. This is an open tournament with, at the end, a match between the overall winner and the reigning champion. The winner has almost the same status as the world champion. In the United States, there are 2 important tournaments: the US Grand Prix, to which only top players are invited, and the US Nationals, which are open to all comers. The European circuit is dominated by the 5 tournaments of the European Grand Prix, of which the Paris Open is the most prestigious. In addition to the big tournaments, there are countless national and local events. In France and the Netherlands, special computer Othello tournaments are organized. Othello comes in many versions, sometimes still under the name of Reversi 2, both in full-size and pocket versions. Othello is also available as a computer game on special pocket computers and in PC versions. After 100 years, this classic game for the mind has lost none of its fascination.